Hi there. So if you're watching this video, you're trying to figure out, what it looks like if you hook up the DJI Mic 2 receiver to the Sony ZV-E10 camera. And if you want to know what that's like and what settings that I put it on, keep watching because you're watching Blue Collar Guy. Okay, we're back. So this is the DJI Mic 2 receiver. It works with these microphones. Now, I've said this in another video. I went into the unboxing of the setup that I picked because I did not pick the one with the charging case, and for the simple reason is that I didn't need it. I also got a white microphone, and I also got a the black microphone. So I have 3 microphones, but I didn't want 3 black microphones. I wanted one white one, and I wanted, so anyways, there's another video I did on that. Check that one out and you'll see the unboxing and what come in the box, and it basically comes with everything that you get with the DJI charging case, with the exception of, instead of the charging case, they give you a cable that has the 2 USB-Cs and 1 USB-A, so you can charge your microphone and your receiver at the same time with one plug. So I didn't mention that in the other video, but you can, that was in the case, or the box, the curve, yeah, sorry, that it does come with this case. It came in this case, and by the way, it's a nice little case, and when I bought the microphone, it came with an identical case, the same as this case. So now I have 2 of these, so I can use one to just store my microphones, and I can use one for just the receiver and the cables. So I'm pretty happy with that, and given the fact that I saved a lot of money by going that route instead of paying $479 for the charging case and the rest of that. Now, mind you, that also comes with another fancier zip-up case. Well, I'm sure that if I was to buy the charging case separately, it'll probably also come with an additional case. So I'll end up with lots of cases. So anyways, this is the microphone that I have linked with the receiver. And as you can see, if you look at, if I talk into it, you'll see the levels go up, and you can link it in through the mic jack through here. It's got a headphone output. You also have a headphone output on your camera. Now, the thing is with this new setup is that this is not a Bluetooth receiver, and I've said that before. These microphones have been kind of promoted as a Bluetooth microphone. They are, but they're also a transmitting microphone that runs on 2.4 gigahertz. Now, in my other video, if you've checked that one out, I show you how it goes from a green to a blue when you're doing the linking. And the one that I have, this one, I also have hooked up to my action camera. So if I click on the one button, I can switch back and forth between this and that with just a click of a button. I don't have to relink them, anything. I just have to make sure that I'm in the blue setting for the Action 4 camera, and I have to make sure that I'm in the green setting when I'm in for the receiver. Now, the receiver has a longer range, so if I want to have a longer range, I can. If I want to hook 2 microphones up to my action camera, then I would plug in this receiver through the it's got a USB-C jack to plug into the action camera, and then I can have 2 microphones hooked into my action camera if I need to. However, when you do that, it is not waterproof. So, I can't see why I would want that scenario. If I'm in that scenario, I'm just going to hook up 2 microphones to my DJI Pocket 3, and I'm going to use that instead, because then I don't need to have the additional receiver. This receiver's main purpose, the reason why I got it, was just because if I'm going to use it on a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, I wanted to have this receiver. Okay, so that was the only reason why I wanted it. Now, I did make another video where I tried to use just a cheap little Bluetooth receiver and link up these Bluetooth with that and then use that into the camera, and it didn't work. And also the amplifier in that little thing was horrible. It hissed. This is going to be a much nicer setup. So I'm going to take I took the lens cap off. I'm going to turn this on because I'm going to get into the camera settings. So if you look there, this is camera settings. So I click on that, and then I've got it on Sony ZV-E10. Can you see that right there? So they have pre-programmed camera settings. If I turn on my camera now and I talk into the microphone, so if I talk into the microphone now, it is kind of way too and I've also got it on the left channel instead of mono. I guess I should have changed that too. So let me get out of this screen here. Okay, and if you don't have a brand on that, you don't have to worry about it. Both of them on the same channel. So receiver settings, okay, stereo. So then I'm just going to put that on mono. So I've switched it over to mono. Okay, and then click on that. And now if you look at my camera, it might be a little bit hard to see, but it's going on both sides right now. So now you go into your camera settings. So you're going to go into your menu and you're going to go into your audio record level. So there's your audio record level. You're going to lower that down to 1. Okay, because the amplifier in this is going to be better than the one in the camera. Okay, so then I click on menu again. I get out of that. Click on menu again. Oh, wait a minute. And now, if I go into here, so now the settings are a lot better on that. I can also turn down the gain. So I've got the gain. So I can turn down the gain. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I can even go minus. I can negative the gain. Check. There we go. So I've actually taken the gain down to -1, and I can. And how you do that is you just click on this dial, and then you can go back and forth. See how I'm on there, and I can click on that, and then it switches over to there. You move the dial. Now the dial doesn't allow you to do every function, but it does allow you to control some of the things. You'll figure it out. It's not hard. I just charged up everything. I've got it on. Oh, it looks like I somehow changed it to the A6400. So let me just fix that. There, recommended camera settings. I don't know how it switched over to the A6400, but it did. So I'm going to change it back to the Sony ZV-E10. And there we go. So there we go, the Sony ZV-E10. And it's got my levels there. And it is actually put it at +9 on there, but that seems a little bit a little bit. Well, you never know. I guess it could be the right setting. So they figured out what setting you need to put it on as far as gain goes, and then they go from there. So this is what they recommend on their gain as far as the levels go. And if you have the microphone here, right where my shirt is, it does look like that's where it is. So they've done their homework on that. You can adjust it afterwards if you don't like it. So it's like I said, it's not hard. You just click on the little wheel, you push in on it, twice, and then I can turn down the gain on the microphone on that. So, but you know, as far as on the transmitter goes, they've automatically calculated out what it needs to be. So anyways, so this is how you hook it up to the Sony ZV-E10, and it's not difficult. It you know, when you take this transmitter and receiver right out of the box, they are linked together. If you want to link up a second transmitter to this, you need to link them both. You have to put them both in the green light, and then you have to hit the link button at the same time on both transmitters. You cannot do them separately, individually. In other words, you can't add one. You've got to link them both simultaneously. Then it will link. So I talked about that in the last video because it was rather frustrating. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get the second transmitter to link up, and that's why. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It also has a little bar. If you look at the back there, it's got a little bar, tells you your signal strength. With this transmitter, you can go something like 800 feet away, which is incredible. You know, I'm holding the microphone like way out here, and it's still picking me up really good. So I'm very impressed with these little microphones. They're really amazing technology. So, and that's pretty much it. You know, I'm going to just reach over here and grab my second microphone real quick to show you what it looks like when you turn the second one on. Sorry. Here is the white microphone. So if you wanted to know what this one looks like up and close and personal, if you wanted to know if I really did go out and get one, I did. They're $139 Canadian. So I'm going to turn this one on, and we'll see if it, see, once the second I turned it on, now I have two. So I'm going to shut it off. There we go. And it should disappear. There's just the one that I have sitting way over there. I turn on the second microphone, and boom, there you go. You can control each one separately. Even shows you the battery level, by the way, of what each microphone is, and they're both fully charged. I just charged them. So, and it even shows you the signal strength of each microphone as well, because again, when you're using this receiver, you're using the 2.4 gigahertz technology. You're not using Bluetooth, right? The microphones are incredible because they actually have Bluetooth and that. That is something you don't get with the Rode. You don't get that with the Rode. You don't get that with any of the other ones. You only get that with the DJI. So now we're hooked into the Sony ZV-E10. We can do a really nice recording. I can hook a lavalier microphone up to this. I did mention that I liked this one, the AG P-Tech. I have a hard time pronouncing that. And for some reason, I like it better than the Boya. And I don't like the one that came with the S20. It's very tinny. So unless you got somebody with a really deep voice, I would never use that thing. I'm almost tempted to just toss that one away or just keep the parts for it. I don't know. But anyways, the S20 shotgun mic by Small Rig is a decent shotgun microphone. I would consider using that in conjunction with one of these if you wanted to like have the you can plug that into this and have like a boom mic scenario. I don't know if it makes a very good boom mic. It's not a condenser microphone, but anyways, you have options. You have options. So this is the, I've got 3 microphones active, by the way. That's another thing you're not going to see in another video, is that I've got this one turned on, I got that one turned on, and I've got this one turned on, and we're not seeing any interference with, you're still picking me up on that. I could have one linked with that camera. I'm not seeing a problem with any of these. I have noticed that with devices like Hohem, they have up to 9 Bluetooth settings, but you would have 9 Bluetooth settings, and then you would have 2 more 2.4 gigahertz settings. So you could put a splitter, by the way, onto your camera. You could add additional receivers if you wanted to, let's say, mic up 4 people, and then split those into 2. It wouldn't be as flexible, but it could be done. So you might want to consider that. I do like the way it looks. Like when you look at the back of the screen of the Sony ZV-E10, and you look at how this overall look is on top, it is very slender and professional looking, and it's got a nice feel to it as well. So, and they're pretty good at doing a lot of their branding. So I'm quite happy with it, and I think that it's going to work out rather well. So, like I said, they've done a lot of the investigation for you. If you have a certain camera, you can put it in there and it'll set the levels for you. So they've already figured out with the Sony ZV-E10. DJI is coming after other camera companies. They're going away from the drones, I think, a little bit, and they're really getting into cameras. And they're taking on the big boys. They're taking on Sony. So in a future video, I may even talk about that, because I've seen some renderings of DJI, and they're kind of looking at getting into the mirrorless camera market. So, and I think that if they come out with one, it's going to destroy all the others. So I'm going to make a video on that and talk about that more in the future. But right now, this is the Sony ZV-E10. Have a great day. Be safe at work. Take care. Blue collar guy out. And enjoy life. Bye.